SourKidsProductions.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Richard Ray Show, the first episode of the new year. Happy New Year's to everybody. It is, what's the day? The 7th? January 7th.
Yeah.
Man, 7 days in. I'm excited. My boy Ken brought this beat for me so I can sing on it a little bit. It's kind of hard nowadays being a man. It's kind of hard nowadays holding hands. It's kind of crazy out here trying to figure out what it is that these ladies really want. I'm sitting here waving my beard. I said waving my beard, I mean rubbing it. But I'm loving myself through it all nowadays. But you really know what? I'm giving God all the praise. He's really blessing me now, walking me through my journey. That's it, y'all. I'm done. Hey, you know what? Don't blame me because I suck at singing right now. I'm just trying to reinvent myself this year, y'all, because I can actually sing, but I ain't really been on a beat lately. And so, you know, I'm going to get better. So as as we go along and do this every week, I have no choice but to get better because I want you guys to continue to love me and just rock with me either which way it goes. But I'm going to say again, welcome to the Richard Ray Show. My boy Ken is in the building. What's up, Kenny?
What up? What up? What up? What up?
My boy, Mr. Willie is in the building.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, man, it's the first episode of the new year, man. I don't think y'all understand how excited I am right now. I want to really stand up, but the camera really ain't tall enough in order for me to get that done. So I just got to sit here and really explode in the seat because it's a lot of energy that we bring in today. And it's something that Ken's going to show me today. Reaction videos, and I really don't know what they're going to be.
Yeah, it's nothing weird, man. It's nothing weird.
I don't know. Ken says it's nothing weird, but Ken will bring you some weird shit, and you don't even really realize what you watching until you like, oh goddamn, Kenny.
Yeah, you see, but you know, I would be grinning right now, like super hard.
But you are grinning kind of super hard right now.
That's kind of true.
Yeah, see, I told y'all, Kenny be lying. Kenny be lying. But man, my boy Willie is in the building, man. He already said what's up, man. I'm so excited. We've been talking about this for a while now.
Yeah, we have.
Actually, really, how do we even... I don't even really know how we know each other, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't even really remember.
That is a good question, bro. I don't know. I don't remember how we met.
Was it? I don't know. Like, it's like, but you know what's crazy? That's how a lot of my friendships start. It's like, what was y'all? I don't have the slightest idea how I met these people most of the time. But you know, sometimes it's just, you know, when I guess when things are meant to happen, you know what I'm saying? There's really no explanation for it sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But the reason why you're here though, man, you got a podcast.
Yes,
you
sir.
And your boy Ishmael, right?
Yes, sir. Me and my bro, man. Been knowing since the 8th grade.
Since the 8th grade?
Since the 8th grade, bro. Long time, man.
I don't have any friends from 8th grade. I don't got no friends from middle school. I have my god brothers from high school, but other than that, I really don't have many friends from the past. No. I know one of my good friends. Actually, no, I take that back from middle school. I did have my boy Andrew. We conversate every now and then. Mm-hmm. He's a completely different person than what he was before. But you know, that's what happens when, you know, you move away and you come back together. You know what I'm saying? But tell us about you, man. Tell us about you and what you got going on.
So I guess to kind of put everything in a nutshell, let me start off first and foremost. You know, I'm a husband, of course. You know, next Saturday, or the 14th, it'll be 10 years for me and my wife.
10, that's what's up.
10 years, man. 12 years together. I'm a content creator, of course. You know, one of my passions is dance, you know, on both sides, whether it be through mom or whether it be through just hip hop, R&B, you know, different stuff like that. I'm trying to find my way to get back in that groove. Something I love to do. It's like a stress reliever for me in a sense. Yeah, we all got our different stress relievers when we out here trying to take on the world.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And so that's one of them. Just a lot, man. Of course, the podcast, me and my bro Ishmael, Mirror Check Podcast, man. Go check us out. You know, we're on Instagram. You know, we're on Spotify, YouTube, all these different outlets. And so that's something we started October, actually, of 2021. Just kind of came together and brainstorming.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept behind, you know, Mirror Check is basically whatever goals, aspirations, things we're trying to achieve and go after, we as individuals have to look ourselves in the mirror and say, what can I do as Richard? What can I do as Willie to perfect myself and get better in the areas I need to grow in? Because a lot of times we look in the mirror and we see things that we don't want to fix.
Yeah, absolutely.
That we sweep under the rug and we go through life and we feel like we got it all together. And there's things that we need to heal and move on from. And so,
absolutely.
Our mantra, man, for our podcast is if you're the one that's always pointing the finger, that means that your mirror is dirty. So in other words, you got to dust that mirror off, man. Take some self-reflection, some self-care, and make sure that, you know, holding yourself accountable, you know, self-awareness, self-accountability, you know, because a lot of times we go through life always blaming other people and we don't really look our own selves in the mirror to fix things. And so that's pretty much everything in a nutshell, man.
Bad. Like,
that's kind of where I am now.
Like the man Michael Jackson said, it starts with the man in the mirror.
Man.
It has to. And that's really pretty much what my show is about too. It's about accountability, adaptability, and financial literacy as well. Oh, yeah. And really, because at the end of the day, man, you can't have anything better in life, or you can't appreciate anything better in life if you don't really sit and acknowledge where you've come from. And a lot of us, we're ashamed of where we come from, but we need to embrace where we come from.
True.
Because if you embrace where you come from, you're more thankful for where you are. That's and if you're more thankful for where you are, then you'll be even more grateful for where you're going to be.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So I remember, man, I was telling my moms one time, I said, Mama, stop being ashamed of where you're from. Stop being ashamed of the things that you've been through. Is it things that's easily talked about? Most likely not. However, you can't change what you've been through. You can only capitalize upon what you've been through, because you can either let it hold you back or thrust you forward.
That's good.
Which one is it going to be? Because either which way, the rocket is going to position itself however you want it to. It's either going to drive you into the ground or shoot you through the sky. What do you want it to be?
What do you want it to be?
You know what I'm saying? Where do you want to go with it? You feel me? And if a lot of people stop being ashamed of where they come from, they'll understand that sometimes what they've experienced wasn't just meant for them.
I agree.
Yeah. You know, sometimes what you experience is going to be meant for you to be able to prepare to help somebody that needs your help. Because sometimes if you don't embrace who you are and if you don't love yourself, somebody, and if you don't share your message or your testimony, your story, whatever you want to refer to it as, somebody is going to miss their solution. I totally agree with that. Yeah. And if they do miss their solution, they'll find a solution somewhere else. It may be a delayed solution, who knows? But they may miss right when they need it, right then and there, because you were too ashamed of who you were and who you are and where you come from, and not want to share it. Like, the things we go through, man, is just meant for us to get better.
True.
To get stronger, right? It's like breaking a bone. You break a bone, most likely it'll never, well, they say it'll never break in the same place twice, because the bone comes back thicker. Like this pastor named Steve Furtick says.
That's my boy.
He said, the strength comes in the stretch. Strength comes in the stretch. And then he also said, and I talk about this all the time, I don't really go to church a lot anymore, or I believe in God. I just, there's some things that, I view differently at this point in my life. But one of the best statements that he can say when it comes down to a leader is that the strongest statement that a leader can say is "me too." I've been through it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And what makes an expert is not how smoothly their journey goes, but how they can adapt to the problems that come their way. Because if you don't know how to fix something, how can you become an expert?
True.
Right.
I agree with that.
But so you said y'all did this in
October 2021. That's when we came together. Start brainstorming.
So how did that happen? How did you guys just sit down at some point and say, you know what, let's make this happen? Like, what was the journey leading to that point?
So before it was going to become a podcast, Ishmael had the vision of turning it into a book, you know, getting books out there and sharing his testimony, his journey through, you know, self-awareness, self-accountability, you know, allowing God to work on him, you know, singleness, because he, you know, he's single too, and just trying to find that right woman, and, you know, get through share his struggles, his vulnerability, his pain, you know, different things he went through in college, you know, relationships, different stuff like that. And so one day, bro, he just came to me. He was like, man, I wanted to turn this into a book, but I know I realize I can reach more people through a podcast. You know, it's a larger platform, and we feel like we can reach the masses, considering and putting it, you know, in a paperback book. And so he's like, bro, let's just meet. You know, we met downtown Fort Worth, Sundance Square. That's our spot. Both of us Fort Worth boys.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Funky Town, Texas, man. You know what it is.
Absolutely.
Both of us, you know, met, you know, Sundance Square, man. Just kind of came together and started brainstorming the name, brainstorming the vision behind it. Because when you think about it, anytime somebody asks you, you know, what you're putting out there or the meaning behind something, you got to be ready to share that.
Absolutely, without question.
Without question. You can't be no hesitancy. You got to be ready to, you know, elaborate on what your brand is. And so that's how Mirror Check came about. And then from there, we just started game planning, you know, different topics, you know, different episodes, and buying equipment, buying mics, buying the roadcaster, different stuff like that, setting up, you know, we literally set up in his apartment, you know, in his other bedroom. And so from there, we just started brainstorming, you know, episodes. And so I believe our first series we talked about was breaking generational cycles.
Absolutely.
And we had different they had different people on. We talked about, you know, credit repair. We talked about insurance and investments. We talked about the mortgage industry. One of my bros, Chris, I went to high school with. He's a mortgage loan officer, so he came on, broke down that side, how to go by the home buying process the right way, how to have the right credit score, all these different things in that first series. And so from there, man, after that series, we kind of came together and just kind of shared more of ourselves. Yeah, you know, because I believe with this platform, people want to know more about you as well.
Of course, yeah.
And so
people buy into you.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And so for me and him, our biggest thing is make sure that we're sharing our vulnerability, you know, as Black men, because we don't.
Absolutely.
You know, I talked to you about this before prior to getting on. It's like a lot of us are going around with these Superman capes on, you know, through life and not taking them off, and be Clark Kent sometimes and be human. Yeah. Be vulnerable, be open. Yeah. But having that safe space where you can share with other, you know, people that's in your circle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And being cautious who you're connected to. And so from there, man, you know, we've just been consistently putting out content and, you know, just trying to build that following, man, build that brand, you know, sharing on education as well. Yeah. Financial literacy, building healthy relationships. That's something that I'm big on. You know, building the right relationship. Because you just never know who that person might lead you to. The door that you've been fighting to get in. Somebody's connected to that door.
Yes,
and so,
sir.
Yeah, man, that's kind of where we are. So we're getting ready to start this year off right and go into our relationship series. Here's one thing that we got to learn. Relationship is not just a married couple. It's not just husband and wife. Relationships can be business partners. It can be colleagues. It could be your brother, your sister, your uncle, your cousin, your grandmother, your grandfather. And so now we're positioning ourselves to go into this relationship series, making sure that we're building the right relationships, man, and giving people their flowers while they're still here.
You got to.
Yeah, so
absolutely. One thing I do know is that as a culture, man, we don't really give flowers while people are alive.
No, we don't.
We give flowers when people are dead, and we don't even give them. The mortuary gives them. Right.
I agree.
And you got to look at it all in a bigger picture, man. Like, what do we mean to each other? And how do we change that meaning? Because when you take a look at it, man, like our actions towards each other doesn't really say that we care two shits about each other, right?
True.
We care about, you know, we think, oh well, if you're not talking hood or you're not talking ghetto, you know, you're not really black. Or if you don't do this, you don't do that, you're not really black. But let's be honest, the reality of it all is the fact, for my son don't know what it is to struggle. My son doesn't know what it is to go without food. You know what I'm saying? My son doesn't know what it is to go without some good clothes or a new pair of shoes every month or every couple months or whatever the case may be. He doesn't know what is not, he don't know what it is to have to wait on the income tax check to come in to be able to buy something new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
He don't know what that is, right? But as men, that's our job in order to be able to show our children that what we went through, you don't have to experience. We have to, as men, we have to come through, and not even only just men, but as a culture.
I agree.
As a culture, we have to change the dynamic of what it is to be able to be better and come together. I was watching this video earlier. I can't remember the dude's name, but he was like, he asked this Jewish guy one time, he said, man, how do you have so much money at 30 years old? He said like $7 billion or something like that. Like in the mid 30s, he's like 35 actually. He said, well, the thing about us as Jews is the fact that when one of us make money, 5 of us make money.
Wow.
When one of us make money, 5 of us make money.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know how more simple it can get. When one of us make money, 5 of us make money. What? Because at this point now, it's like you got the connections.
Yeah.
You got the connections. Like you making money and you helping me make money. You helping all of us make money. Why wouldn't we want to continue to grow with you and help you?
I agree.
We don't. We're one of the cultures that, you know, once our children turn 18, we'll kick them out the house.
Mm-hmm. True.
No, you ain't got to get out of my house at 18. You got to start paying some bills to me. Pay the light bill. Pay the water bill. You ain't got to pay me no rent. Don't worry about that. I got to pay this. I got to pay the rent regardless.
Yeah.
My rent don't increase because you're here.
Yeah.
You know, or my mortgage don't increase because you're here. It don't matter to me. But my water bill do increase because you're here. My electricity bill do increase because you're here.
Yeah.
And now because you're grown now, you use more electricity than what you did before. Yeah, go ahead and toss me a couple dollars.
Yeah.
I hand you that bill every month, and that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. But I think as a culture, man, we just got to do better at loving each other, and get into the aspect of what it is to be successful. Really dive deep into what it is to leave something behind for our kids.
Yeah.
A lot of people think, oh, well, I'll start this business and leave it for my kid. Well, most of the time our kids don't want what we left behind for them.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right? So now the thing is the fact is, what kind of education are you passing down to them? What are you exposing them to? Me and my son went to go observe an acting class earlier today. Right? That's something that I love to expose my son to different
things. Yeah.
To allow him to be like, wow. Because one thing I've said to myself is that I didn't have any stories growing up, but my son will. Right? I didn't have that many positive stories growing up, but my son will.
Yeah.
My son will be able to say, well, I remember when me and my daddy did this. I remember when me and my daddy did that. I remember when we did this and that. You know?
Yeah.
And so that's the important part to me.
I like that.
Because I got the regular backstory of almost every black male single mother household.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
No pops around.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know my pops now, and I love the dude.
Yeah.
Like I'd kill for him. I don't care what you did beforehand. I don't know. It's not up to me to understand what you experienced when I was that age. When I was little. I don't care to understand that. Because it doesn't do me any good.
Yeah.
Right?
Not at this point.
It does not at this point. Oh, yeah. I could be mad.
Yeah.
But for what? For what? Because now if I know you and you die and I spend all my life mad at you, I missed out on a whole lot of what if situations.
That's good. That's true.
But what's crazy is when I met my dad, I understood me a whole lot more. I understood why I like to work on cars because he's a mechanic. I try to figure out why am I the kind of guy that likes to do everything myself, to learn how to do things myself. My dad's that way. Like and when I was at Prairie View and I would go to Houston sometimes, like Houston feel like home. Why? Because my daddy from Houston. Right?
Yeah.
So everything, man, it's a lovely situation, but we have to learn as a culture not to hate each other so much and hate each other for nothing. We hate each other for nothing. We hate each other because somebody said something about I don't give a fuck if you say something about my mama. As long as you don't call her no bitch or you put your hands on her.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not disrespectful to my mama's face directly, I'm cool. I don't care about that, bro. But put your hands on her. It's a completely different situation.
It's different now.
It's a completely and some people know me when I get mad. A lot of people don't know me when I get mad, and I don't like to get mad because I know how dangerous I can get.
Yeah.
But no, man, like I said, as a coach, we just got to learn how to love each other a whole lot more. And once we start loving each other and appreciating each other and taking each other serious and helping, when one make money, 5 of us
make money. Yeah.
The whole dynamic of the world will change.
Yeah.
Again, man, I'm glad you guys have done that, man. Have started a mirror check. When do you guys record?
We normally record on Saturdays. Yeah, okay. We try to upload probably about Wednesday. So probably every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Central Time.
Okay. Yeah, and so are you guys on all the platforms or what?
Yeah, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Google Podcasts, we're on Amazon Music, we're on Pandora, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on YouTube. Probably majority of the platforms that people use. Yeah, we're on. Yeah.
But Ken, what you think about what we just, everything we just said right now?
I mean, shit, that's topics you talk about like every week, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man, I guess it's just that important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I guess it's just that important.
Leaving a legacy.
Huh?
Leaving a legacy.
That's it.
I think in the Black community, family dynamic does have to change. Like
it has to.
Like seriously, because it's too much of a we went through this, so you have to as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
That is a really good point. We went through this, so you have to as well. But you know what? I think people have a problem challenging the tradition, the norm of what the culture is, of what any culture is. Because a lot of the time when you go against whatever the culture is, you're banished. It's like, bro, I don't know if I want to mess with you, bro. But we as a people have to change our culture if we want the world to start taking us serious. Yeah, women can be successful, absolutely. A man wants a successful woman. He does. But what areas what other areas are you willing when it comes down to career? Right? How can you balance? Because as men, we have to balance our career in our life, right?
Yeah.
Well, why can't women do the same? Like if we got a family, we got to balance our career, our children, and our wife.
True.
Or our girl, whatever she is at that time. Right? We can't just say this is too much. I give up. Well, we could. But women don't have to do that. Women can leave you and say, oh, I got to focus on my kids and my career.
That's good.
I think our whole lives we fight with problem solving. And it's just a continuous cycle of problem solving when they can get cop-outs at times.
Oh, they're nothing but cop-outs. Nothing but cop-outs. I ask my brother all the time, I say, well, why is it that the excuses that women use are okay, but if we use those exact same excuses, we full of shit?
Yeah.
Am I right? I don't get it. Oh, my brother had this girl tell me, well, I just been going through a lot. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and I gotta get my tire for my car and what?
Yeah.
We can't use those excuses.
No, we can't. Sad to say.
Man.
Just get it done for us. Like
just get it done for us. Because just like you want it, just like a woman wants it right then and there. Why can't we have it right then and there?
Mm-hmm.
What's that actor name you said earlier?
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie. He was on the Wendy Williams show. He said, "Hey," she said, "What if what if you want a sandwich? Make daddy a sandwich."
Mhm.
Like if we out in the balance and somebody start getting slick with you, you want me to punch him in the mouth right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but make daddy a sandwich.
Same here.
If I'm out cutting the grass and you know I'm thirsty, bring daddy a lemonade.
Yeah. Facts.
Why do we have to wait when you don't? It doesn't make any sense.
That's good. I can attest to that too. Being married, going on 10 years, man. I'm grateful for the woman that my the wife that she has become, and making the point that you were saying. There's times when I'm out and about doing things. I could be at an engagement or I could be recording. It doesn't matter. Come home, tired and weary. And she's already, making the plate. Hey, you want your food warmed up? Hey, you want something to drink? Blah, blah, blah. And so you got a point, man. We want ours one thing in there too. Because we out here trying to provide and do things and make moves and whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that we have the ability to come home and have that safe space and things are already prepared. Because y'all want it up front. We want it up front too.
Absolutely.
So,
Without question.
Without question.
Andrew Tate said, the woman was on, he was on the podcast. The woman said, well, I want a man that can handle me. He like, handle you? For what? If your man got to come home and handle you, that means that there is some level of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want to handle the world and have to come home and handle you too?
Mm.
It doesn't make sense.
Don't make no sense.
I need you to be my peace. I want you to be my peace.
My peace.
That simple.
I think it's different eras. Like
it is. I was watching this another video earlier. Dude was talking about paying for dates or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's crazy how y'all want us to pay to spend time with y'all, but we don't get anything out of it. And the lady that was reviewing the video, she said, because that's not exactly how we said it, I'm just paraphrasing. But she said, well, he got a point. Because women nowadays want you to be a 1950s man, but they want to be a 2050s woman.
Oh, wow.
That's facts.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah. And she said, when you think about it, back in the day, when the man was taking care of his household, women wasn't on that, oh, I need Gucci.
Yeah.
I need these fancy cars.
Yeah.
I need this, I need that. It wasn't that hard. But the way life is nowadays, and baby, you better be willing to pay for a lunch. I tell her, I'm not going to stop you from taking me out. I'm going to welcome you to take me out.
Yeah.
Without question. Oh, hey, let's go out and I'll pay for, well, okay. I'm not going to feel less of a man.
No, I wouldn't either.
Not at all. Unless I just didn't have it. You feel me?
Yeah.
McKen, play that. You got the video I sent you?
Yeah, I got that one.
My boss. My husband is number one. If my husband tells me, hey, sit down, I'll sit down. If he tells me you can't go out with your friends today, I'm not going to go out with my friends. If he says, hey, go wash this dish for me, I'm going to go wash the dish for him. I chose this man to be the king of my life. And yes, I agree with everything he says and I do everything he says. And I did that because I chose this man. I put him in this position of my life. And this is how I honor and take care of and love the man in my life. So I tell women out there, you want a man in your life, you want to be happy, figure out what you would do when you are happy. Because I am happy. My husband does so many great things for me. And I would do that for him. I obey him, I respect him, and I let him be the man that he is. I chose a man that I wanted to follow. I chose someone to lead me. And that's why I will do anything for him. If he tells me jump, I'll jump. If he tells me sit down, I'll sit down. If he tells me go in the room or go up on stage, I will do either or. Anyways, that's a message for everyone out there. Love and cherish the king in your life.
Honestly, I don't think it gets any more simple than that.
Yeah.
I had a young lady actually send me that video. She said, is this what men want? Right? And I responded to her. I said, did you actually listen to the entire thing or did you just hear the parts that you didn't like?
Mm.
And because I said, I listened to the entire thing. And she said three things in this video. One, I chose this man. Two, he does so many great things for me. Three, And this is how I love and respect my man. The reality of it is that it's not a magical formula.
Yeah.
That's not rocket science. That's not pulling a fucking rabbit out of its hat. It's not. It's simple. It's truly, truly that simple. Right? I told this young lady the other day, women control the gateway to sex and men control the gateway to marriage. Right? But in turn, a woman technically controls the gateway to marriage because you have to become the woman that he needs you to become in order for him to choose you on that level.
That's good.
That's it. It's that simple. It's like a job interview. If AJ came in here, he said, hey, bro, I've been working for a long time and I want to get promoted. Show me that you can do this before I give you the job. And that's the thing, right? She is her husband's place of peace. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm pretty sure her husband she ain't just standing there and her husband like, jump.
Right.
Get on stage. Do it now. I'm sure he's not like that. Because if he was, she probably wouldn't be making this damn video with a smile on her face.
Exactly. No, she wouldn't have did this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Her man respects her. This is the man she chose. She chose this man because she trusts this man. But a lot of women are trying to choose without trust. And that's the problem. Women are choosing because of possibly how much money you make. They don't care about that because if y'all have a kid and y'all break up, she can put you on child support.
Yeah.
Still get your money. If y'all married, she can break up and still get your money. Right? She said, I trust this man. My husband is my boss. I do what he tells me to do. And that is only because she chose to trust him.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, for some apparent reason, no matter how long you are with somebody nowadays, trust is very rarely an element in their relationship.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But now, for their marriage to be so successful, from how she paints it, now you got to think about who are the people that she's around.
Yeah.
Who are the people he's around?
Yeah.
Who are the individuals that they're around together? And I'm sure that they're not the only ones in their circle that has a marriage like that. I'm sure of it.
Nah.
I can guarantee you a whole month's paycheck. A whole month's got a series of paychecks to say that they are not the only ones in their circle that's marriages like that. The reason why they have this energy because one, they love each other and they've created a world that works for them. But they also have other people in their circle that has that same thing. Birds of a feather flock together.
Facts. Yeah.
Right? Birds of a feather flock together. It's that what I'm sorry. Willie, I just went off.
Nah,
what you think about it?
Nah, she definitely had some great points. And here's one thing that I realized too. Even when, it's up to the wife to, trust that man or trust their husband, even if he does find himself in the space to where he does make mistakes and, fail a couple times or might drop the ball, she still has the willingness to still trust him. Even though I might have made this mistake, even though I might have did this or said this, I still want to have the ability to trust you, to know that you can still lead me. Because at the end of the day, we're human, bro.
Yeah.
Like I just said earlier, we're not Superman. We're not called to be Superman. We're not called to take on
Superman got kryptonite.
Exactly. We're not called to put on the weight of the world. And so I think we got to get to a point to where women can still trust us even in our vulnerability state. Women can still trust us even when we're still leading and trying to figure it out,
But
and
one thing I realized though is the fact that women nowadays expects every relationship to be this, a straight line, perfect.
Yeah.
Not broken.
Yeah.
Not any dips in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the reality, like you said, we're human. no matter what level of life you hold, no matter what title that you hold, you're never gonna make the right decision every time.
No, sir. I can attest to that.
Like you're going to make some decisions like,
yeah.
Cause look at the president of the United States. He's not making the best decisions, but guess what? Guess where he at? He's still in that office.
He's still in that office
of the United States, right?
Facts.
A pastor can say the wrong thing while preaching.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? He's still a pastor of that church.
Still a pastor.
We had a pastor that uses what I can't remember what pastor it was. It was a black pastor. He always on Facebook or whatever. He did something with his spit or whatever the case may be.
Mike Todd. Yep. I know you're talking about. I seen that video.
Guess where he at? He's still a pastor.
Still a pastor.
Right? And I think so many, a lot of us, a lot of women especially is going to be, it is in the aspect of, if it's not perfect, I don't want it.
Mm.
So that means that you think you're perfect. And nobody can teach you anything or tell you anything or point out that you're wrong.
I agree.
Without you getting upset and not wanting to deal with that person. A lot of people nowadays don't want to be challenged in regards to how they think, why they feel the way that they feel. Because they think that, somebody's belittling me. It's not that. I'm just trying to understand who you are.
Yeah.
And how you operate and why you think the way that you think. And how I can accommodate and actually help us be successful together. Only way that we're going to understand each other is by asking questions.
Yeah.
And we live in a world where everybody thinks that everything, you should automatically be able to read my mind. Well, baby, I'm sorry, I'm not a psychic.
Yeah.
Now, at some point, because we've been involved with each other so long, and I know you can contest to this, it's just some things that you already know.
I already know, yeah. Hands
some
down.
things that you already know how to maneuver around because you've been with your wife so long.
Yeah.
You know how she's going to respond to something because you've been with her so long. At this point, I can read your mind because I understand you at this point, and I've experienced you for so long. I know how to navigate you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about putting that time in and investing, man.
That's it.
Investing in your woman, investing in your man. When that time comes, you know how to maneuver. You know how to ask the right question.
Yeah.
You know how to make the right moves. And if you ain't spending no time, you ain't gonna get no return.
Absolutely.
You ain't gonna get the return you're looking for.
It's like that compound interest on the index, right?
Yeah.
You check it out too quick, you ain't making no money.
You ain't making no money
at all. You ain't getting no interest.
Yeah. You
ain't gonna get no interest off of it. I said because I knew you know what I was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew where you was going.
But yeah, man, I'm and I told you before, like before we got started, I told you I want to be married.
Yeah.
I truly do. I'm being patient. I truly am being patient. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Not even gonna lie to you. I finally actually re-enrolled in school to get my marketing degree, and then I'm gonna get my master's and my doctorates in psychology.
Oh, that's dope.
And so it's the path I'm supposed to be on because it's something I started. I just need to finish it. And so wherever I can fit something in there during that time in regards to be able to be successful in the love life, I will. But with this, the podcast and the finance business and the job and the kids and all that, it's tough. It's not easy for me to balance it.
Yeah, right? I can agree.
Definitely easy for me to balance. You got kids?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah,
okay.
Not
okay.
yet, man. Not
okay.
We do want them though. We want at least two.
How old are you?
33.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
I know. 33. I turned 32 in March.
Yeah, 33, man.
Wait.
Yeah, be 34 in July.
Y'all finna be them old parents. Y'all finna be 40 years old.
Man,
Yo, baby, 5.
Ooh.
Come on, man. Come on. So, Ken, what's on your mind, brother?
I feel like we spoke on it before. I just think it's all about accountability. If you don't have accountability, then you can't self-reflect and learn.
You can't. I got to go back and see.
That's good.
You remember I said something along those lines. I said without reflection, without It's one of them episodes. I got to go back and find it.
Yeah.
You remember what I'm
I
talking
remember that
about,
one.
right?
Yeah.
And it was fire, bro. I don't even remember I don't even remember what I said. I just know it was fire after I got done saying it. So what's these videos, Ken? Because I'm curious to know.
To be somebody's wife.
$250,000. $200,000. The type of wedding you want, that's how much it costs. You're bugging the we gonna invest that. My job as a man is to hold the household down, and she hasn't worked in years. I'm not spending $250,000 on a wedding. I'm not doing it.
So you have no plans on getting married?
I have plans on let's go to City Hall.
I'm not a City Hall bitch! Stop saying City Hall, because shit about to get left. Like, I'm telling you right now.
At the end of the day, I love you more than life itself. But you gotta be easy with all this.
Love ain't enough. How long you plan on being broke?
No, all that word broke. Out your mouth,
You
that's
saying
not
it costs
broke.
too much?
That's smart.
Broke people behavior.
That's smart. All right. Listen, you call it broke. You know what I'm saying? Leave and see what your ass gonna be.
Ooh. Oh, I can never relate to this. Oh,
Listen.
That's deep.
Listen.
Yeah, I got something for that.
Listen. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. You saying, what she failed to realize, when you get married, you gotta go to the courthouse anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not even, and I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not even married.
You got
and
to.
I know that.
Got to.
You literally have to go down to the courthouse to get your marriage certificate.
Mm-hmm.
What is she talking about? Technically, every female is a courthouse female because you got to go down there and get that piece of paper. It's that simple. Like, but he's right. Why in the hell would I spend $250,000 on a wedding?
On a wedding,
when we can go and invest that?
Facts.
Yeah, I don't mind spending. Oh, you want 50 grand? I bet. I spend a cool little 50 grand on a wedding if I had money to blow like that.
Exactly. That's the difference.
But, and yeah, and she should have been like, all right, babe, let's, what we going to invest in that, with that 200,000?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But he made a good point though. You ain't worked in years.
And
not only that, leave me, see what you going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That means if you leave, you have nothing.
You ain't got nothing.
Now, technically, how does alimony work? I don't know if they they not even married yet. Mm-hmm. She gets nothing.
Yeah. No.
But her mindset though, this is the irrational, delusional behavior that women exude nowadays.
That's crazy.
Women have this self-fulfilled value that they just say, oh, they can have she can have a group full of homegirls. All of them look like dogs that's been living on the street with matte skin, with matted fur, looking like they missing like eight teeth and shit like that, and still think they a 10.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You can be built like a sack of potatoes and feel like you a 10.
Yeah.
Bro, you can have a whole arm missing with 2 toes gone, with all your teeth out of there, and you still feel like you a 10? Men are measured by the societal value that people put on us.
Mm-hmm.
We can't measure ourselves any other way. We can't. But women can measure themselves and value themselves however the fuck they want to. Go ahead, Willie.
That was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I just think, man, a lot of people, when it comes to marriage and weddings, male or female, but especially on her side, they get caught up in the wedding and not the actual marriage.
That's it.
The marriage creates longevity, not the wedding.
Absolutely.
No matter how much money you spent, like, to be transparent, me and my wife didn't even have a wedding.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have the funds, but at that time, you know, of course, we got the paperwork done. Now, we literally, bro, got married in my pastor's living room. Did the vows, had the ring, whatever, and boom, we 10 years still in the game. And so I think a lot of people are consumed with having this flamboyant wedding, this
Especially up
this
front.
huge wedding, all of this, and then a year or two later, y'all divorce.
Yeah.
Why? Because y'all focus on the wrong thing.
My God,
Y'all
you right.
focus on the wrong. Y'all focus is messed up, and
Outta
so
there.
that's why I believe me and my wife had the ability to last so long.
Absolutely.
It's not about the wedding.
It's not.
It's about how we're gonna build this marriage.
That's it. Because that's the when you say I do, you're building at that point.
Facts.
You should be able to like, okay, baby, what's next? Right? And I done told a couple women like, hey, I don't want no big wedding. I really don't. I truly don't. I rather, my ideal wedding is us buying a house and us having our wedding in our backyard.
I'm with that. Yeah,
With friends and family.
I'm with that.
With the pastor right there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Doing their little thing.
I'm with that.
Right? Because now it's more intimate. It means a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Because we're establishing
I like that.
ourselves where we are and where we are getting married. Because technically before your wedding, you're already married.
True.
Mhm.
Before your wedding, you're already married. Right? What you're doing now is putting on a ceremony for the witnesses to see.
The witnesses to see it. That's
That's
good.
it.
That's it.
But for me, man, we already married. Okay, cool. Man, we ain't even got to do no wedding if you don't want to. Let's build this house. Let's get this house together. 5 years, let's do a wedding.
Let's do a wedding.
That should be tradition.
Yeah.
Because now at this point, you have something, you already looking forward to something.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh, well, shit. Well, baby, now she appreciates it. Both of you appreciate it a whole lot more
Mhm.
at this point because you put in the work in order to be able to, for me, consummate this marriage.
Yeah.
Because you've put in the work leading up into this point.
This point.
Now, yeah, you've been together or whatever. Y'all were girlfriend and boyfriend. Y'all had an apartment together. That's cool. It's fine and dandy. But like I said, my ideal wedding, we already at the courthouse. We already got our marriage certificate. We already married technically. Let's go get this house. Once we get this house, let's build on this house. Let's get some other things underway. And so by the time our 5th year comes around, we got a meal or two in the bank.
Mm.
Now let's do something.
Mm.
Now let's get that dream wedding that you want. But now at this point, look at this. We already have the connections because we've already been building our life at this point to where our wedding doesn't even cost us as much as it would have beforehand because we already know the people that can already do it for us.
Man, who you telling? Yeah.
You see the benefit of that?
Yeah.
The benefit of you growing together and making it happen? Oh my God. So now at this point, if y'all married and within 5 years y'all done got divorced, guess what?
Yeah.
You wasn't out thousands of dollars.
Mhm.
I'm with it.
Oh, you want the house? No problem. You can take it. All right? Because me as a man, I don't have a problem with starting all over. I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done it. I'm not tripping on that. I don't need you. I want you, though. I love you. I do. I love to come home to you every single day. But I'm not going to put up with any and everything that you say you want. But that behavior.
Whew, that
Absolutely.
was...
How long you want to stay broke? That's broke people mentality.
Yeah, that messed me up.
Motherfucker, you got hood chick mentality.
Yeah. I was just gonna make that point. It's funny. I was just gonna go there too.
That's hood chick mentality.
Yeah. I was just gonna go there. Scripture says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Absolutely.
And obtains favor from the Lord.
Absolutely.
So a lot of times, these women are not wife material.
They're not.
Y'all acting like girlfriends.
That's
Y'all
it.
acting like side chicks. Y'all
That's
acting
it.
like hood chicks.
That's
Nah,
it.
I can't. I don't want a girlfriend. I want a wife.
Absolutely.
I don't get it,
Absolutely.
man. I don't get it.
Absolutely. What's the next video, Ken? I know you said you had another one.
So the next one's about Young Thug. I feel like this is a topic that's been brought up a lot when it comes to rap culture.
Okay.
Because they're reading his lyrics out in the trial.
So this is one of those cases to where they're trying to imprison someone based off of their lyrics.
Their lyrics.
When it's already been I thought they couldn't do that.
Right. But they still bring it up in court.
Because they've tried it plenty of times before, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And they continue to do it still.
Absolutely insane.
Hey, this is that slime shit. Hey, YSL shit. Hey, killing 12 shit. Hey, fuck jail shit. Hey, cooking white brick. I'm not new to this. Hey, so I'm not new to this. Hey, I'm so true to this. Hey, I done put up a whole slime of 100 licks. Slime or get slime. I'm in the VIP and I got that pistol on my hip. You praying that you live. I'm praying that I hit. Hey, that slime shit. Fuck the police. Fuck them in a high speed. 100 rounds in a Tahoe. I'm prepared to take them down. Got banana clips for all
Like
these niggas acting monkey. That slime shit. That mob shit. Fuck the judge, YSL. That mob life.
I'm trying to get the point of why. Oh, it's
because the jury.
He's trying to emotionally manipulate the jury, right? Mm-hmm. So he's trying to make it. He's trying to do exactly what they choose the jurors not to do, which is be emotional and have a bias. So he's trying to put a bias on trying to help the jurors create a bias. Mm-hmm. So manipulate them into being able to.
Because maybe they have something against rap. Maybe they see the culture some type of way already.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Was those lyrics good? No, they were full of shit. Actually, but no, he did have a good one in there. I got banana split for these niggas that's acting monkey,
yeah,
or some shit like that. Yeah. Right? But that's cool. But people gotta understand, right? What you put out there, people will always try to use against you.
Yeah.
Regardless. And so that's what I need our young people to understand. Right? You'll see on social media nowadays a lot of people getting recording people killing somebody or shooting somebody, stabbing somebody, robbing somebody, or fighting somebody, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just trying to understand, like, why does this judge, apparently he doesn't like rap, and he's trying to subconsciously manipulate the jurors to get the maximum sentence, if he's even convicted.
Yeah, because they're going heavy. I think he had about 55 charges, and they dropped most of them, and now he only has like 4 that they're going against him with.
But at the same time, hey, you welcome their life, you got to welcome the consequences. At the same time,
yeah, I agree with that.
You have to welcome the consequences regardless.
Yeah.
Don't be sitting there trying to. I don't know, because I don't really pay attention to this kind of stuff. Like, is it true that Tory Lanez got sentenced to 22 years?
That's what I heard. I'm not sure. That's what I heard.
But apparently they found out that Megan Thee Stallion was lying about some of the things in her statement or whatever the case may be.
She was having sex with him during court. So it's like.
She was?
Oh, wow. See, I didn't know that.
And he still got convicted? Boy, that pussy must have been good. Hey, I know she got buns. You know what I'm saying? She probably got that wop, wop, wop. But I don't, bro. Mm-hmm. What you think about that, Willie? That's how country said Willie.
Willie. Nah, going back what you were saying, man, definitely got to be cautious on what we put out, in the community and our world, because we're already being torn down as black men anyway. Yeah. And so we really got to be cautious, man, of stuff that we're putting out and not, not lyrics. I know what he's trying to do, trying to manipulate,
absolutely,
the jurors into making people feel like, he deserves this conviction and all that. I see what he's trying to do, but I mean, like you said, bro, I mean, whatever, life comes down to the decisions that you make.
Absolutely.
Whether good or bad.
Absolutely.
You got to experience both sides. And so,
absolutely.
Yeah, man, a lot of these rappers just got to be cautious, man, on what they doing, who they surround themselves with, and they circle. That's something that I'm big on, man.
Me too.
I got older in life, had to cut a lot of people off, friends, family, no matter who it was. Yeah. You just ain't meant to be in my lane right now. And I have to be willing to accept that and move forward.
Yeah.
And so Yeah, man. A lot of these rappers, man, they gotta really be cautious, man.
Well, if they were going to be cautious, they wouldn't be rappers.
True. That's true.
At the same time, if you blow up, you just gotta, like you said, cut those people off. You can't continue to surround yourself with the art. Put them in positions to make money in better ways.
Yeah.
I don't even listen to Young M.A. or whatever her name is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't either.
She was like, she made a good point. I don't care. I don't care about friends I used to have or whatever. How we growing? How we getting this money?
Yeah.
How we, like, I don't care how long I done known you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we making money. How you making money? And that's the thing. Like, you have to surround yourself with the people that are not necessarily have the same dreams as you, but have the same goal as you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Dreams and goals are different.
Yeah.
Right? A dream is the action that you want to take in order to get to your goal. Right? Your goal, a lot of people can contribute to that one goal.
To that one goal. Yeah. True.
So, again, like I said earlier, birds of a feather flock together. And a lot of reasons why these rappers don't let those people go is because they feel as though those people are the ones that got them there. And not only that, they're wanting to hold on to whatever street cred that they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that ego.
Right? Because now, without those people, now your street cred is in question.
Mm-hmm. Mm. If you don't have a connection to the street still, yeah.
Right. But how you're trying to relay yourself, how you're trying to put yourself out there and how you want the world to perceive you, it's totally up to you. But again, like I said, you have to be ready for those consequences without question. Right? Because if I decide to get up and punch him in the face and punch you in the face, I got to take those consequences. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I may go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But you got to be conscious. But the thing about people nowadays, they think that they're doing the same thing in a different way. That's what it is. Oh, I'll never get caught because I'm not making the mistakes that people that came before me did.
Yeah, I see your point.
Okay. You're not making the mistakes.
But
you don't know the mistakes that people gotta understand, like, as times grow, everything around you gets different.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They made the mistakes according to what was available at their time.
At that time,
the mistakes that you make now are according to what you have access to.
That's good.
And you don't know who's watching. They've been watching Young Thug since 2012, I believe.
Exactly.
Wow.
So no matter if you're trying to do good or you're trying to do bad, right? Somebody's going to be watching you.
Yeah.
And just because you do something good doesn't mean you're going to have a good outcome. It could be
true.
You can have a bad outcome.
Yeah. You still can have a bad outcome.
You can still have a bad outcome, even when you're trying to do something good.
Yeah.
And shit, you can do something bad and have a good outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy how things work. Right? But
I think that just goes back to Jeezy's, lifestyle. And I've been following him. He was on one $1 million worth of game podcast recently, and just sharing his journey, man. I could tell even in this new album that he just dropped, man, his lyrics just changed, his style's changed, his lifestyle has changed. He's married, you know what I'm saying? He has a beautiful girl, beautiful family, and so, you gotta evolve, man. You gotta make some way to evolve and change. You can't be stuck in this trap, hustler, street mindset, for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
And expect to have different results.
You're right.
And so I'm just proud of, stuff that he's doing and the changes that he's made. And so, yeah.
And that's one thing I do love about Jeezy, man, is the fact, like, he's not always in the forefront.
Yeah.
He's not in the line. He's not trying to be all in your face. Hey, I'm going to do what I got to do and stay out the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's really why I mess with Jeezy. Like, Jeezy come, you ain't seen Jeezy in 15 years.
Yeah.
That boy come out looking fly.
Yeah.
Cool, swaggy and everything.
You can tell, things have changed. Yeah.
But that's what it is when you're comfortable in who you are.
Yeah.
Right? You're not going to go look for somebody's validation because you validate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and I think a lot of the time, I think that's what our culture suffers from. We suffer from the aspect of needing validation.
I agree.
From everyone that doesn't matter. And a lot of us, we have a habit of choosing the wrong people to be in our lives.
Yeah.
So now it's about being able to be conscious of who you are and being okay with who you are and thriving on who you are to get to where you want to be. Quick question for you. If you only had one wish, what wish would you make?
I would probably say I wish that it would be more people that are like-minded like me in the sense of the way I carry myself.
Okay.
Cool, calm, collected, always looking to be a servant leader, always looking to help
Absolutely.
people, always looking to pour into people.
Absolutely.
Encourage, give resources to whatever I can to help, other people move forward. It's one thing I heard from one guy that I follow, Dr. Darius Daniels. He was like, it's one thing to be an ethical person, but it's another thing to bring contribution to the world. And so if I can make one wish, I would wish that it would be more people. It would be 10 and 20 more versions of me in a sense that can bring that contribution, whatever form that is, whatever field that is, whatever space that's in, to be able to help other people, whether it be, education, real estate, finance, changing things in the school, whatever it is, to bring some sort of contribution, to the world.
Okay.
In a sense. And so that'd probably be my wish, man, to have more people, like me. Not saying that there isn't. I mean, it could be.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. So my next question to you then is, do you make that, or do you have that wish because you believe it's unattainable, or or is it because you can make it happen?
I would say I have that wish because I feel like I can make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, hands down.
Perfect.
Yeah, hands down.
Perfect. And the reason why I asked you that question is because when I asked people though, when I asked somebody that the other night, they were like, "Well, I would wish to to always be able to make the right decisions." Right. Another young lady said, I would wish to be able to be set for life. Right. And my thing is the fact that the wishes that you're making are very obtainable.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can't make
happen.
Yeah,
can't
so
make happen.
Why would you want to waste that wish?
I see.
Why would you want to waste that wish? Because it's something that's very obtainable.
Yeah.
I said, if you want to make better decisions, you can start making better decisions
now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
if
facts.
you want to be set for life, you can start making decisions to be able to make yourself set for life now.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
I agree.
Right. A lot of people make wishes in regards to one, either because they feel like it's impossible, or two, the level of difficulty that it would prove to obtain it.
Yeah.
But one is impossible, one is the other. If you're making a wish, it's not impossible. Now, if you said, "Oh, I'd wish that I could fly," like without being in a plane, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand that. I want to
yeah.
fly like Superman, but Superman ain't even real, right? So I want people to understand that when it comes down to making a wish, are you making the wish due to the fact that you believe it's impossible to obtain, or are you making the wish because eventually you can make it happen? Right?
That's good.
Other than that, man, Willie, I want to say thank you, man, for coming on to the show, bro.
I had a great time, man. We had
did too.
some great combos.
I did too. I really had a good time. Man. And it's a really good episode for my first episode of the year.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate you coming out and spending your time. Next time, your boy Ishmael has to come on.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, he'll be with me next
so
time.
we can go ahead and do a collective joint with both of you guys,
Yes,
just
sir.
to go ahead and get a feel for both of you guys at the same time.
Yeah.
So people can have a view of, if I've never listened to the show, like, oh snap, I want to go listen now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Other than that, man, where can in regards to social media, where can people find you? Or if people want to book on your show or whatever, come and talk on the show, where can they do that at?
We just recently officially launched our website a couple of months ago. So that's www.checkyourmirror.com, where people can go on there and send emails to us. Of course, we have our merch apparel on there. I got one of our shirts on.
Absolutely.
We have our hats on there. We also have our episodes on there. You can subscribe from our YouTube channel from there.
Okay.
We have our help desk to where if we're not around, we have like this robotic thing that can help you maneuver through the website. But one of the things that I love about the website is something that we came together. It's called the Motivational Corner. And the Motivational Corner is basically like, if you ever, of course, life happens, things happen. We all go through life, traumatic experiences, unexpected situations. 2022 was rough for a lot of us.
Yeah,
and even the years prior. And so the Motivational Corner is something that people can go watch. It's a bunch of leadership videos, spiritual development, business development. I even had some personal development videos of myself, encouraging the people just to kind of give people a pick-me-up in a sense. Yeah. Get you through that week, through that month, or through that year. And so that's one of my favorite resources on our website. But yeah, man, we're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Pandora, any other platform, the major platforms, we're on there. Okay. People can reach us. Instagram, of course. Okay. Facebook. So yeah. All platforms.
Okay. Man. So, anything you want to be able to, tell listeners right now, anything that's on your heart that you feel as though that you need to say?
That's a good one. So I know you were talking earlier, and I listen as I'm being interviewed. And one thing that you mentioned earlier is it's okay to start over. Mm-hmm. It's okay to start over. And I made a post, I think yesterday or the day before, and I said, renovation doesn't come without demolition.
Absolutely.
Renovation doesn't come without demolition. Mm-hmm. What I mean is, say for instance, you have this house, right? Mm-hmm. And you've been there, 12, 15, 20 years. And you're like, you know what, man? I don't look the same. Mm-hmm. I want to make some changes to the restroom. Yeah. Sheetrock's looking old. Tiles looking bad. The living room don't look the same. I want to make some adjustments, make some changes. Before renovation happens, demolition has to happen.
Absolutely.
Ground has to be broken up. Tile has to be broken up. Mm-hmm. Sheetrock has to be removed. All those old things have to be removed in order for the new things to flourish and have its way. And so the point I want to leave to the listeners, man, like you mentioned earlier, it's okay to start over. It's okay to go through that, that season of brokenness. I know it might be painful. It might be frustrating. Mm-hmm. It might hurt. You might not understand why you're in the season that you're in, but it's okay to start over. So I want to make that point again to those that's listening to this episode, man, that renovation doesn't come without demolition. Allow God to break those things off of you. People that's in your circle that's mean good, that they'll have your best interests. Absolutely. It's okay to move on and let them go.
Absolutely.
You want to make sure that you have things in place for you, for your family as you move forward, man. And so it's okay to start over. Perfect. That's what I leave with them.
Perfect. And what's crazy is a couple weeks ago I stated on the episode is that healing doesn't come without destruction or damage, because in your passage, in your journey to healing, you have to destroy some things in order for you to be able to completely be healed.
That's good.
You have to remove some of the people in your life that's not meant to be there, or you have to adapt some new behaviors that's going to force people to get with the program or go without the program. And it's okay, because at this point you have to. This is one of the ways that you go into being able to love yourself and truly appreciate who you are as a person. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I recently did a couple of months ago. My relationship at that time, ended, and it was with somebody I thought I was going to be with for a long time. Right. But at the end of the day, I had to make an executive decision. And what the decision allowed me to realize about myself is the fact that I can put myself first. I can love myself, and I can love somebody else. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And so without pain, there's no reason to heal, and without destruction, you can't heal at all.
That's good. That's good.
So, yeah. So I definitely agree with you. Demolition has to come before renovation.
Thanks.
And this is the year that all of us need to start. If you're in the process, in his words, is my boy Willie words. If you're in the process of doing some demolition, it's okay. And sometimes during that demolition, you may tear down the whole house.
Ooh.
And sometimes you have to tear down the whole house.
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes you have to tear down the whole house in order to build a new one. Because sometimes that's the problem with a lot of us. A lot of us, we do patchwork on our life.
I like that. You're right about that, sir.
We do patchwork on our life. It's time to stop doing patchwork. It's time to stop going to go get used tires.
Ooh.
It's time for you. It's time for you to start all the way over. It's time for you to tear it all down and build it back up. And what that means is that you have to leave where you are.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite movies is Dune. It says, "Fear is the dream killer." A lot of people just live in fear.
That's it. A lot of people live in fear.
True.
I learned this a couple of years ago. Fear can stand for two things. And we all know it. Face everything and run, or face everything and rise.
That's good.
Which one are you going to do? It's up to you.
I like
regardless. That. And so this is the point of my show. Accountability and adaptability. We didn't get into financial literacy today, and that's okay. But accountability and adaptability. You cannot have one without the other. So where you are in life right now is a sum total of all the decisions that you've made up until this point. But the cool thing is that every time you go to sleep, you have a way to reset, press that reset button. And tomorrow you can start making different decisions from what you made yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you don't apply what you learned today till tomorrow, you're the problem. You have nobody else to blame but yourself. So if you want to get better, you cannot expect someone to want it more than you. Because if someone wants it more than you, you don't want it at all. Ooh, that's a word right there. If somebody wants it more than you, you don't want it at all.
I like that.
So if you want to change, if you want a better future, it starts now. It starts now. If we want to be so different from our parents, stop acting like them. Stop indulging in the things that they used to indulge in. You can't learn how to make money from somebody that ain't got none.
Facts.
Right? So if you want to be able to learn how to be able to do things differently, go learn from somebody that's different. If you want to leave some financial wealth behind, go learn from somebody that knows how to do it. So you want to build a business, go learn from somebody that knows how to do it. Right? But no matter what, understand you have to adapt and be accountable. Without it, you're stuck in the same place. But hey, thank you for listening to the Richard Ray Show today. And I'll see you guys next week. We out.
Peace.